And I'm not a grief expert, but I'm definitely someone who's experienced a lot of grief. And I always find it really interesting in terms of how people deal with it. There's people talk about the 5 stages of grief. I've read that book. My mum, when my dad passed away, my mum leaned in. She's been married for how many? Over 50 years, right? 55 years, I think they were married for, maybe more. And she leaned in. She worked with a counsellor, therapist. She read this book. I've actually got the book, and I saw all the bits that she underlined because she wanted to embrace a new season. And what an amazing woman, because she did that work. And she did enter a new season, but unfortunately, her life also came to an end. And we talk about hospices, my mum, my dad, and my wife all passed away in hospices, and I was there, the whole time. And but I suppose what I'm trying to say here is people deal with grief in different ways, and I know people that their way is just to not think about it.
Yeah.
And I respect that if that's what they want to do, but I couldn't do that, because to acknowledge what is going on, what is my experience, what am I feeling? I'm one of those people that I can talk and talk and talk. And I try and make sense of my own world by talking about how I'm thinking, how I'm feeling, and where these thoughts are coming from. And grief, to me, it came in waves. It just came in waves. I didn't really understand what was going on. But through my coach, a guy called Dr. Ray Sylvester, who I would love you to connect with. I mean, literally, he's a professor from the UK. He's a professor in the UK, one of the top business schools. We spoke nearly every day when this was all going on. And I'm so grateful to him and his faith and his... But he said to me, leaning into celebrating her, leaning in. And I've had a challenge actually recently around this, Hannah, let her go, let her be free. And I have let her free. In the way I look at it, she is free. In my reality, my world, she's completely free, but she's a part of me.
Yeah.
She will always be part of me. I can't ignore a part of me. Does that mean that it's important for me to talk about her? Yeah, of course it is. It's like, whoever I meet now, it's like, this is who I am and will always be a part of me. I am more than that. That was another thing that was a real big thing, because I realized that when she passed away, that part of me had died, but there's very much a part of me that was still very much here, that has had this relationship that will always be with me. And what a wonderful thing that it's with me, that I can share this with other people, But I suppose what I'm trying to say here is that it's this whole thing about being a widower is I am more than that. It's not who I am, It's where I am, but I am more than this. I believe I'm the sum of all of my experiences. But I'm even more than that. There's an essence to me. And I think what you have found already on your journey is you have a much clearer idea of, I know who I am because of this. I didn't know this part of myself, but I've had to embody that part of me. And I know, and I'd love to be on that journey with you as you discover even more beautiful gifts that you have, that you want to share with the world. And this being one of them. This will be something... I promise you, this will be something I will share with so many people, and people that find themselves in this situation where they feel, whatever they might feel, that they might get some hope, they might get some solace, they might get some peace, they might want to talk to you, they might want to talk to me. We might put on events for people who want to be around people who are going through these challenges, because there's nothing better in humanity when we come together in a kind of we. As I know you're a massive sports fan like me, Muhammad Ali, the shortest poem in history at Harvard, me, we, he was one of my heroes, because he fought to liberate people. He fought to inspire people. And, that's what I live for. I live to inspire people.